Hello, everybody. I am back. Welcome in. I finally have my transitions working properly. Finally got it formatted to WebM, which is great. I am super happy with how it runs now. We have a new follower last night. We have Jack Frost. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Today, I was kind of hoping to see the 50-foot vacuum hose say out for delivery today instead of tomorrow, but that's not the case. So we'll just have to work without vacuum today as well. Sorry. I have my throat is. Oh, it says out for the. Yes, out for delivery. Thank you. Gosh darn it. We might have the vacuum with us today. Yes, yes. Okay, super stoked, as you can see. Oh man, the dust in this workshop is a little too much. I really want to get that dust collector set up. Um, sorry, sorry. I have to do some work here before we can actually hook it up. I think that I'm gonna start with that. Just take a little break because it's been a pretty uh, eventful week. I've done quite a bit of things, and I really have to empty out the vacuum, and I have to move it from where it is right now because we need more access to uh, the hose, and how it's gonna be routed around the shop and all that stuff will change. So what I'll probably do is I'll move the compressor where the vacuum is and then move the vacuum where the compressor is. I'm just gonna switch positions, and let's do that today. Let's just get this off. The whole piping that I had on that was wrong. Don't trust the YouTube videos saying that you can use PVC pipe. It doesn't work correctly. It's not the best thing. The fittings that they sell you, that they say that fit PVC piping, do not fit well. So don't buy it. Don't buy into it. Just look up proper dust collection piping, and you have to spend the money. If not, just buy some long hoses and work with that in the meantime. So that's my 2 cents about the matter. Let's switch over to the Canon camera, or we could set up the cell phone. It is fully charged, and we will be working in the back of the shop today. So I'll set up the camera real quick. Let's just change over to the Canon. Yes, that transition works perfectly now, just like I designed it to be. I always had this delay. I have to really thank Mike Ferrer. He makes awesome tutorials on YouTube. Is this guy? Uh, he posts videos on YouTube about streaming and YouTube content and how to do this or that, transitions. And to be completely honest, I believe that he's one of the best ones out there because most people just do the bare minimum because it'll get clicks, which is the cancer of YouTube economy right now. I really hate that type of content. It's just so empty and brain dead. I hate that content with a passion. Okay, so we'll be working back. Oh, ooh, God, I almost pushed the cell phone off the tripod head. Let's just cinch that in a little bit more. And, hey, way cool. Hello. Yeah, sure thing, man. Thank you for the lurk. I enjoyed the stream last night. I couldn't really stay too long. I had to actually head out in the evening, but I'm trying to catch your streams a little more frequently. Um, the times for me are a little weird and off sometimes, but I try. But I enjoy them. Hope you did well last night. Hope your thumb is better. If there's anybody here that's new, go check out Waco Wood. Let's see. We have somebody here with us. Go check him out. He does wood carvings. He was turning some pen blanks yesterday. Way Cool and I are part of the Craftsman's Guild, although I believe that it's just us here. Well, it says welcome to a whole bunch of people. I don't know how accurate Twitch viewer counter is, but yeah, make sure to give him a follow there. Yeah. Well, today I have the vacuum hose coming in, so I think that today I'm just gonna take it kind of easy here. I'm gonna trying to keep this organized. Whatever I put out of place, I'm gonna put back. I'm gonna vacuum out all this sawdust that the planing jig did, but we're gonna use the planer today, and that makes a massive mess. And hard maple seems to be very bad for me. It's like very drying or something. I don't know what it is, but the whole house smells of barbecue. Barbecue chips, barbecue wood chips, is it? Something like that. I don't know if it's like maple. Do they burn maple in barbecues? I need to check that out. Okay, let's see if I can get the cell phone cam activated. Just do a quick change here. There we go. And hey, Buck, how's it going? Well, it's my wife came in yesterday, and she said it smells, somebody's like making a barbecue or something. I'm like, I don't smell it. And I'm like, oh wait, the router bit did burn a little bit of the maple, so we have that. Let's just change the angle here. Yes, Way Cool does jump in kind of early. Okay, we are good now. Let me just change over to the cell phone cam. That way we can stay in touch while we work here in the back. We still have to do the voice command thing. How's it going, Buck? Yeah, you too. You start really early. Mm-hmm. Just in case, let's just give the mod a shout out. Thank you, Buck. Buck is also part of the Craftsman's Guild. If somebody here didn't know that, you can join us over at Discord. I'll post a Discord link later on. Did I change? Yes, I did. Just pick up some of these wood chips. There you go. Hopefully the vacuum isn't coming through too loud. I'm just gonna pick some of this up because sawdust on tile is very slippery. Last thing I need is to get an injury in the workshop. Then I'll never hear the end of it from my wife. So yeah, my wife was like, somebody's doing barbecue. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't smell barbecue. At least not the traditional like charcoal smell. And then I kind of got a whiff of the maple because being inside the shop just chopping up maple all day will kind of desensitize you. And I'm like, it smells like something, but I don't know what it is right now. I don't recognize it. And I'm like, oh, of course I do. It's maple. It's the wood. The router burns sometimes whenever I do like successive passes over the same place. It kind of leaves a burn mark because it is just barely touching the wood, and it does make kind of a friction heat. So it smelled like charred maple. So that's what she was smelling yesterday. I was like, she said it like 3 times. Somebody's doing barbecue, but I don't know where it's coming from. And it smells like it's from inside the house. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, so this big old roll of laminates, I am kinda tempted to just throw it out. Maybe I won't, because if by some necessity I'm gonna end up like laminating the workbenches or something like that to protect it from water, because I am considering switching out the outfeed table on that side, that cabinet, push it up against the wall, and completely remove all that junk that's behind the table saw. It's not junk, it's like spare material. Like I have 2 more of the PVC pipes, or 10 feet long sanitary pipes, and I also have some square tubing that I had left over from well, not left over, I bought more to put a small gate at the front of the property, because now we have the property fence. It's open on the front. You can just walk into the property, no problem. Of course, this is a small place. My front porch is like 6 feet from the sidewalk, so that's about it. But I did make the fence for the backyard. The gate, sorry, I made the gate for the backyard. We could do that here on stream someday. I do plan on making the front fence and gate at one point. I am probably going to knock down the front fence and redo it as I did with the back gate, so it's all like consistent. So we might do some welding here on stream someday. Not right now, but someday. And hopefully that goes well. Right now we are on a mission. We have to take all of this out of here, because we got new piping coming in today. I'm so happy. So happy and stoked. We can move this a little bit more to the side. So we'll finally have good dust collection, I hope. So I could do one or two things. I could just put the vacuum on this corner, but then I have that cubby here that's kind of useless. So I think that what I'm gonna do is actually gonna put the compressor in that corner, because this does go in, like this whole tool wall section is just a cubby here. I could put the compressor in there. It's more like out of the way, and it'll probably shield the rest of the workshop from sound, or at least it'll make different reflections, and it's going to sound differently. It's not going to maybe sound so loud. But usually this corner is where I store all my extra metal pieces. Like this is a finger pull bar that I can cut down to size. This is like you bolt it on or glue it onto the back of the door, and this pokes over the top of the door and you can pull on it. So this is a full L bracket of this material. I keep it around because usually people like this type of L bracket, and I can cut them to custom sizes, so I don't have to keep buying individual pre-cut pieces. I could just cut out of that one bar, probably cost me like 20 bucks. I could keep cutting maybe 30 of them, 32-inch pieces, something like that. I don't know. The thing is, I could make a whole bunch and it's just 20 bucks. So that's a better option. So I think that I'm just going to do that. I'm going to pull the vacuum out of here. I need to get the compressor down from here as well, so then I can take out the vacuum. So we tidied up, and now we have to make a little mess, but we'll put it back in place. Hopefully the mailman will scream loud enough. But as usual, it might just get here like very late and not in time for the stream. Okay, this is another corner where I put the jigs as well. So I have the total of 1 jig right now. Well, at least a template. That's a template. This, I can't bring my heart to throw it out. I might turn it into maybe a Moxon vise. But this was my first vise that I made. I used to bolt underneath the tabletop, and it still glides pretty well, even though it's all kind of disassembled and stuff, but it still works. It helped me make a couple of cabinets and a couple of woodworking projects some time ago, so I don't know, I keep it around just to remind me of those days, I guess. This is a piece, a strip of the LED system that I installed in the previous house, the previous kitchen cabinet. I'll keep that around because I'm interested in putting a couple of those in my kitchen as well. Let's just make sure I don't trample this too much. Not hide the antenna. Okay, now this is a little trickier because I have to bring it down. I can't just pull it by the wheels because when it comes down here, it's going to hit the valve on the bottom. So I have to try and let's disconnect things. I need to try and turn this around. Like that. This is actually all I have to do to have access to the vacuum. Okay, so at least I was smart enough to put these ring clamps that are adjustable with your thumb. There we go. Now we can pull our little cart. This is full. I have to empty it out. But yeah, this is connected to a PVC pipe that goes all the way up. We are going to move this from where it is. Now the cool thing is I can finally flip this over to where I can actually access the button, turn it on and off easier. Because it used to be that this side was up against the wall over there and it was kind of a pain to get to. So we'll vacuum the vacuum and vacuum the floor here real quick because it's dirty. Let's bring the vacuum cable a little closer. I should probably monitor my sound because I really don't know if I sound good or not. Just keeping an eye on like sound artifacts or anything like that. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, and move it a little closer, a little more to the back. I should definitely try and get the muffler for the vacuum, the shop vac. Maybe that will muffle the sound a little bit more. Because the shop vac is very loud. Still have some metal pieces here. Just strips of aluminum and stuff like that. So before I installed the exhaust fan, there used to be two glass doors here. I took them down. Still kept the rail. I could take this top rail off and all this as well, and probably have more room to work with. I have to take this off, dust it off outside or something. Okay, enough of that for a bit. Still have to take this out and clear it out, but we'll do that in a second. And just put the compressor back in here. Another one of these L brackets, L bars. I should definitely try to pitch it for the next kitchen cabinet. Like, hey, I have this. We could use this and try to sell it out. Okay, now the tricky part. Does this fit in here? Yes, it does. I think there's a rock? Yeah. Well, cement rock. Oh, God, come on. Yeah, if I'm inside the closet, there's some staticky sounds. Let's see how this sounds now. Well, it's a lot less annoying, that's for sure. It's not so in your face when it turns on. We're gonna turn it off for now. One thing's for sure, when I forget to turn it off at night, I sometimes forget to turn it off, and the the spray gun nozzle kind of loses some air sometimes, and ooh, it turns on like at 3 o'clock in the morning, just rah! One of these days, my neighbors are gonna complain about it, but up until now, I have not gotten any complaints, so that's good. Okay, I'm not sure if I would push it all the way that way, or just leave it somewhere around here. I think I'll just leave it like in the middle right now. There's nothing else that goes here. Well, yeah, there is. The ladder and the caddy cart thing, whatever. Let's disconnect this for a second. Let's inspect the impeller. The impeller looks good. There's no missing pieces. There's nothing really stuck on there. So it looks pretty good. Yeah. The table saw, I just found out. That's why you should always read the instruction manuals. I found out that for my table saw, in the instruction PDF, there are plans for zero clearance inserts. How to make them. I never knew that there was like an instruction how to make your own. For me, it's like, why would I need an instruction to build my own if you could make one and sell me one? But I guess it's a do-it-yourself kind of thing, apparently. So we will probably do that pretty soon. because it drives me nuts having to fish out little pieces out of the vacuum outlet for the table saw, which means that I've been working for maybe 3 hours cutting down things, and there's something blocking the dust collection, and I'm just making a ginormous mess without even knowing it. And for the biscuit joining process that we're gonna make pretty soon, I would probably want that, because one of the problems I was having with making the little pieces of wood to act as biscuits was that it would keep on falling through the gap between the table saw and the blade guard. So we'll probably make like 5 or 6 of them, have them like on hand for like different angles and such, or if something breaks it, I don't know what would, but just in case, And there goes a big chunk of paint. Okie dokie. I need to take this off. This is a little tricky-ish. More like cumbersome, nuisance. It's a nuisance. Because these spring clamps are horrible. I'll probably have to put the mask on to take this out. I'll dump it in one of the trash bags, and we can continue with our day. We could just work with maybe the zero clearance inserts, or sorry, we have to take down the piping, so we'll do that first. Just grabbing a bag here. I don't have one open. Let's see. Is that the case? I believe I do. Yes, I do have one open. So I'll keep this in hand just in case. But I do have one bag over here. So let's switch over to the Canon so we can work in a bigger area and upwind from where this whole mess is. So that's how my transition was supposed to look like ever since I put it up. And I don't know, I've been down in the dumps for the longest time. I finally feel better. I feel like I've gotten out of that hole, and I finally said, you know what? Let me just see if I can find a better, easier solution to this. Because I tried following one tutorial and it was not working. And I said, well, if this isn't working, I don't know what to do. And I just gave up on it. Oh, shoot. Ah! Oof. Look at all that dust. Hey, thanks for the sub. Hello. Let's see who's Mr. Perko. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I am Jesse. I don't know if I've seen you here before. I think it's you first time chatter as well. Let's see. No, it just says subscription. But hey, welcome in. Welcome in. If by chance this is the first time I'm coming in, My name's Jesse. I am a woodworker from Puerto Rico. I am part of the Craftsman's Guild right there. There you go. Yeah, it's the first time. Hey, thanks, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. So, I'm part of the Craftsman's Guild. So is a couple of my other viewers here. We are a group of people who do all kinds of different crafts like wood turning, pen blank turning, bowl making, resin pours, you name it, we make it. It's a really good community. There's the Discord channel, so you can join our Discord if you like. If you have any woodworking or any other type of craft related questions, it's a community that will help you out. We're all very helpful to each other. I'm an open book, so if you have any questions, be sure to make them. There you go, Craftsman's Guild. You can see all the other Craftsman's Guild members in that channel. So be sure to follow them. So yeah, let's get back to this. We are currently in the process of making that crib in the top corner there, top left corner. It's a hard maple crib. There's a lot of wood to go through. Right now we are setting up the shop because I have a new vacuum hose coming in, so I have to take down the piping that I placed before. I'm gonna empty out the dust collector so we can start fresh, better suction, hopefully. And some of the more messier tools like the planer and the jointer never had dust collection installed, so I'm really looking forward to working without eating maple sawdust or having it encrusted in my eyes. So I'm just setting it up, trying to take a break from wood chips in my eyes today. So we're just cleaning up a bit. We're gonna remove the piping, set everything up for the new dust collection arrangement, and I think that's gonna be the stream today. If not, then we can still, if we have time, we can still do a couple other things. But right now I am emptying out the dust collector, which is filled to the brim. It was very, very full. Most of this is just the table saw, so I don't really have to empty out the dust collector as often, but the table saw does make this super fine. Well, it's not super fine. There is some wood chips here, but there is some talcum powder level dust in here I don't want in my lungs. So let's put on a mask real quick. Let's see something, because I have this low profile mask. It's all busted up because the elastic bands are stretched out. Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh yes, it was. Thanks for the follow, dude. Thank you so much. So I bought this mask. It wasn't cheap, but I bought it for the I was taking some welding classes, and I bought it for so I can put it underneath the welding mask, just to clear out the fumes from the from the welding process. But yeah, I'm not gonna put that mask on my face right now. I have to clean it out first. It's been sitting around for like forever. Sorry. I'm gonna have to move the microphone down a little bit to put on this mask. It's gonna sound a little low, maybe a little far. And let's get that bag cleared out.
So I did a verboo when it comes to cleaning these bags. I bought this dust collector secondhand after the hurricane. Somebody was just selling off all his tools. He wasn't gonna work on it in his workshop anymore. Apparently it got wet or something. And he was just like, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna just move on or move out. He was probably going to move out of the island. Um, so it was kind of nasty. It was, well, it still has like the mold marks here on the bag. I washed it up as best as I can, and that's where the no-no comes in. You're not supposed to wash these bags. They have a water-soluble uh, protective coat, I believe. At least that's what I read. So you're not supposed to hit it with water. But that's what I did. I did not know anything about this. I then found out about it, and I'm like, huh, okay. But like the very, very, very fine micron particle filtration actually comes from a coating that it comes with. Or it could be wrong. I I believe I read that somewhere. So I've been looking at HEPA filters for this thing instead of just leaving the top bag as a filter, because it might not be filtering out the super fine particles. But the filter alone is like 500 bucks. So I'm like, am I really gonna spend $500 to upgrade that system? I don't know. Oh, another bag for the trash. The trash men are gonna love me. Uh, I took out like a couple of these bags the other day, and the trash did not take them because they were, they're heavy. I could still lift it up with one hand, but it is, considerably heavier than your typical kitchen garbage can. Let's not disturb this too much. Okay, I'm gonna probably knock out, just tap it a couple of times, just in case there's something trapped in there. And I'll suck it up with the top vac. Sorry that's not really visible right now, but not really an entertaining view anyway. Oh, who knows? There are people, well, I say people, but I do it. I watch people do landscaping sometimes on YouTube. I find it satisfying. Okay. That seems to be better. Let's just try to hook this up again. Sorry, you can't really see. Oh, I do have a camera for that. Let's switch it up. So right now I have the workshop, all the windows closed on this side, but I have all the windows on the back of the door. It has like a 4-pane door with windows, so the windows are open. So I have a giant stream of air just getting sucked out of the hole here on the top with the extractor. I think you can see it actually. It's right there. That extractor is, to me, one of the best purchases I've done for the house, because it really helps out with clearing out like the heat, all that stuff. Wait a second, this goes underneath. There we go. Make sure the band is in the groove. Oh, that's a little too strong, too tight. Let's go back one more. That's a little too loose. Huh. This, oh, there we go. It's a little too loose. Let's go with the other one. What does it spring back? Oh, it's not closing all the way. Ah, it's the spring. Okay, there we go. Spring was catching on the rivet here. It wasn't letting me pull it all the way through. The top one, I'm not going to do anything to the top one. We'll just flip it into position here. And we can probably turn it on real quick. Oh, yeah. Wait. Whew. I thought the cable wasn't going to reach. Okie dokie. We have another one of these here. Hey, Laughing Thing. Good morning. How you doing? How is Buzz? And I know Buzz, but I don't remember the other cat's name. How are they doing? Oh, you're worn out. How come? Worn out. Oof. Oh man, I hate to hear that. Oh, hope you feel better soon. Oh.
On Cellphone Cam, I still have the other overlay on. Let me just fix that real quick. Drinking my sweat here. Yum. So let's go to. Oh, let's just look for that. That's weird. Why is this overlay here? I don't remember having this overlay here. Oh, we can remove this one. Delete. Yeah, this never really updated. This other follower alert. What's this image? Okay. So I have this here as well. That's weird. I don't remember having all of this. But we'll include it. Let's see. I'll probably make this a little smaller. It's a little too big, I guess. This view can probably stay the same. Let's see here. We have see, this is the browser source. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Sorry. This logo, I could probably move it to the other end. Let's just move it a little bit more. Doing some cleanup here. This sub goal is old, so we'll remove that. Yes. And this whole layout, I would probably make another one and change it because the text screen is a little too big and too obnoxious, but it's working for now. Anyway, we are going to change over to Workshop main Canon camera here, and we are going to remove the piping now. Prepared for fish arrival. Oh, nice. What fish did you get? Ah, you packed away the bread maker. Did you try the no knead bread recipe? Did you oh, bluegill. Okay. Cool. Hopefully we'll see pictures. Guys, I am 2 subs away from getting more emotes. Yay! Well, at least 2 new subs, because Twitch does not record like successive subs as oh, cool. Cool. I mean, you don't need a Dutch oven. It helps because it helps form the really crispy crust. Oh yeah. I've made some baked beans. I've made a whole bunch of loaf of bread on my Dutch oven. I've done a lot of things in a Dutch oven. Okay. We have this basically set up. Oh wait, I wanted to put this stuff back in. Still have this stuff to get into position here. But I don't know if I want to separate the dust collector from the compressor. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, and, the bread makers, I've never used bread makers before. I believe it has like a little paddle on the bottom and it keeps spinning until it needs the bread or something like that. Does it bake it as well? I have no experience with bread makers. I'm guessing that's the whole premise, right? It needs the bread, it bakes it, it gives it to you already done, like a little robot thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I find that if you're buying something that does more than one function at a time, it never does more than one function right. Should definitely turn on the compressor now. I got no air pressure. Problem is that sucker's gonna be on for a while. Hopefully it doesn't come in through the microphone. Well, we're good. So now that's a better arrangement now. I think I drain it like once a month, something like that, like on a weekend. I don't do it very often. Oh, it's kind of loud now. I don't do it super often. I'm not using the compressor as much as I used to. So there's that. But yeah, when I used to spray with the compressor, when I used to spray the PVC glue, sorry, the contact cement, I still didn't drain it any more often than that. So it did hold quite a bit of water though. I have to probably do it a little more often if I'm going to use the compressor as the main sprayer or something like that in the future again. The boards look... There's a very big difference between the jointer and the flattening bit. Flattening bit is not very flat. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the base of the router. It might be kind of shifted off to one side. I don't know. Because it is well seated in there. So either the base of the router is like at a tilt, or the sled that I build is not stiff enough, and whenever I pass it, it kind of digs down a little bit. Just by a hair is enough, because technically this is flat, but you can see some lines here. You can feel them. Okay, I was dusting this off. So before I started streaming, I made a project for a hotel, and we've been kind of trying to chase down another commission from them. Because the contact that we got for that project is actually a friend of the brother of a friend of mine who worked with me on that project. He does metal work, I do woodworking, so we're kind of trying to fit them together. And we've been trying to chase a job from them again, but he's been jumping from hotel to hotel, and we were about to make some solid mahogany posts, like bookshelf kind of like shelving system, but that got canned because he moved out of that hotel. So he's in a new hotel now, and he's like the project manager, and he's the one that okays everything or something like that. So there's a he says that there's a lot of things to do in that hotel that he's gonna probably use us for that. So if that happens, um, hotel budgets are insane. So hotel budgets are great for me. I wish that goes through. I hope we get a call from him soon. That way we can probably get new tools, or finally pay off a couple of things. I mean, I'm not debt. The only debt we have is the house and the van. That's about it. We try to keep our debts to a minimum. So I don't buy anything on credit. I typically just buy cash or save up and buy it afterwards. So I need that vacuum hose. I need that vacuum hose now. The funny thing is that the mailman gave me his number, the guy that usually comes around my house, because he wanted to do like a little project, and he found out that I'm a woodworker. So I could try to fish that number up and ask him whether or not he's gonna be here in the morning, or if he's gonna come by the afternoon or something like that, so I can stop like worrying of when will that get here. Okay, so I have to vacuum this area because I'm gonna put the ladder here, and sawdust be slippery. Let's move these things out of the way. Have to make room for the ladder. One of these days, this bench is not going to be here anymore, and I'm going to be so happy. My compressor's going to be on for a solid 5 minutes. There we go. It shut up finally. Yay! That compressor is so loud. I'm afraid to actually put it outside. I don't want anybody complaining about sound. At least up until now, my neighbors don't really mind any of the sounds that the shop produces, so I'm super happy with that. You know what I should also try and get? One of those like perforated mats, rubber mats for the floor. So that when I'm doing extensive dirty jobs like routing out, planing out this with the router, at least the perforated holes will take up some of that sawdust and I still have some traction. Because here, this floor is pretty slippery actually. I'm thinking that eventually one day I'll probably have somebody come in and cut this whole floor and level it up because it's, or either raise it up on this end or lower it on this end because it is higher here than it is over there. And yeah, I don't like it. I would definitely prefer that the whole floor is level. All my tools are on a small hill. It's the only downside apart from size that I have here. But if it weren't for that, the workshop would be very good. I mean, I'm just looking for things to complain, I guess. I can still work. It works. I should probably shut up. I'll complain if when I build a new shop, the shop is not level. Then I'll complain. Let's see. I am thinking of maybe someday buying a little plot of land. Doesn't have to be huge, of course. And build something. Build a functioning workshop somewhere in the countryside. Huh. How did I get that up there? I probably did not set it up this way. It's a little tall. Ah. So you live where, in like a cul-de-sac or something like that? Cul-de-sac? Believe is the right term. I don't know. American terminology. And life is not my strong suit. There we go. Hopefully this does not shift. Suburbia. Suburbia. Well, I don't know how you feel about suburbia, but I live in suburbia as well. There are things to love about it, and there are things to hate about it. The thing is that everything is close by, I guess. It's not that far of a drive to any of the places that I need to get to. But apart from that, more people means that there's more incidents of crime and all that stuff. So it's not what I would call ideal, but hey, it works. Okay, I need, I believe, a screwdriver. No, I need the drill because it uses Robertson screws. Let's not fall off of this. Let's put on the camera a little better so if I do die, you get to see me. No, I'm not gonna die. I'm just gonna pull this off of the wall. Try to pluck it off of that wall socket up there. Okay. Well, the pipe on that end fell. Oh, actually it was the corner adapter. Let's take this off. Could I don't think so, but let's see. Ah, yes, I can. Here we go. Thing is, I forgot to remove the tape. Ugh. That's holding this together. I think I'll just pry it off like that. There we go. This be dusty. Now I have to pull the other end. I don't know if I glued this together. Hopefully I did not. I think I did. So I'll just have to cut it off or something. That might be glued in. Let's see. Put this in the middle like that. Make sure that it... Now I think this is too steep of an angle. Let's get a little closer to the wall. Again, there are wood chips here, so... Yeah, that's glued in. Oh. I could grab the multi-tool as well. Help with the cutting. But this is sanitary pipe, so it is pretty easy to cut. I do have a sheet of what's it called? One of these little saw thingamabobs that are meant for that. Oh, actually, I saw one around here. I know I have one. Where is it though? I know I saw one. All those little hand saws with the tensioned blade. I was like looking for one for the longest time, and I said, "Hey, look at that! I have one here." Did not know that. I didn't know. And I know I saw it the other day while I was like picking up. I don't see it no more. That makes me sad. Maybe it's in the toolbox. I mean, one would figure that would be my first place to look at. Look for tools in the toolbox. Ay, 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 ay. Let's see if by some miracle it is here. Nope. The multi-tool is though, so we can pull the multi-tool out. It is humid today. I'm glad I took like a break from cutting stuff today because I needed it. I'll use this one. These Milwaukee blades, the one made for hardwoods, is really good. It's worn out. I've broken off out of the 8, 16, out of the 32 teeth, I've broken off. I only have maybe 4 that are intact. So I should definitely buy a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna need the extension cord. Let's see if we can cut this with this thing. Oh. The problem is I can't really get all the way across. Bad idea. Sorry. Move this out. I'm not gonna keep this in the shop anymore. I think I'm just gonna take all these PVC pipes out of here. Just gonna put them outside with all the rest of the extra bits and bobs that are destined for the trash, that are not gonna be trash because somebody will eventually pick them up. There's always somebody in a van or a pickup that comes in and picks all the extra pieces off. All good, Miyoka TV. How's it going, man? Nice to have you here. You were playing Myst, right? I think it was Myst. I think you mentioned it was Myst. I've seen that game exist for the longest time. I've never played it. I remember going to EB Games, or what was the other one? Not GameStop. It was EB Games. The other one was Electronic Boutique. And they used to have like PC games in a box. You buy the CD or the floppy disk, and you could install on your computer. And I remember seeing the Myst games back then. I've never played them. So we're finally getting the dust collection hose today. I'm just making way getting the shop ready for that. Maybe you guys can see what I was talking about. These adapters are supposedly are meant to be fitted onto a 4-inch sanitary pipe, but it does not fit. It just glides right in there. So I had to actually cut rings of the same PVC, cut it, the circumference. I had to make it a little shorter, clamp it in, and use it as shims. I actually had to put two shims, two shims of this. Maybe it's meant for schedule 40, which is a lot thicker. So maybe then it works, but for regular sanitary pipes, it's too expensive. I mean, it doesn't work, and the schedule 40 pipes are very expensive. So they're like double the price. It's like $40 for a 10-foot long piece of piping. So yeah, no. Okay, I was gonna do something. Probably gonna grab my keys, open the door, and throw this out. So I'll probably do that. What hour is it right now? It is 10:30. Well, we're actually close to coffee break. Sorry about that. Let me just grab my keys real quick, and I will be back here pretty soon. There it is. There it connected. So let me just get those things super fast, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have to move the camera again. I'm such a dummy. I just went back and placed it where I was going to exit the shop. So yeah, I saw the Rincon shirt. What was the brand again? I kind of half remember the brand, but I've seen them around. So yeah, Rincon is the surf capital of Puerto Rico. That's where all the surfing tournaments are take place. Well, there's Rincon, and then there's Layatubo, or pipes. They call them pipes because you get a nice. Oh God, what's the term for that? I now forgot, and I used to be a surfer. I don't. Well, at least I don't know the term in English. Let's put it that way. Yeah, that's out. You got that out. We're good. Latitude 18. Yes. I'm guessing it's the map positioning of Rincon on the global map. Oh, shoot. For like the wave when it makes a nice tube. I forget the name. I forget the name. Anyway, I need water. I am super thirsty. Today seems to be kind of dry. The vacuum hose is very staticky. So I'm fine with that. It was very humid yesterday. It was unbearable. Hey, a barrel. There we go. Ride the barrel. Hey, thanks for that. Hydrate. Thank you. Let's take a second gulp of this. So there's another thing I want to do, and we might, I don't know. I don't know if we should do that right now. Maybe we can do it after the pipe gets here. But I want to disassemble the back workbench, make it lower, so I could put casters underneath with locks, or maybe put some tilt down casters. So when I'm gonna move it around, and then have leveling feet so we can make the cabinet level. Put some more bracing so it's not all twisty, and build the other two torsion boxes that will go on top of it so that we can use that bench as a planar jig thing. We have the lunchbox planer here on the corner, and I wanted to probably put it there as a permanent position on that table, bolt it down, keep it there, not move it anymore, and get that ready for this planing project. There's a lot of planing to do here. Pausinus of Ithaca. Pausinius of Ithaca. Welcome in. Hello. But yeah, we are sweaty today. This shirt is actually kind of translucent. Is this the one? I believe it is. No, it's not this one. Yes, it is. It is so thin in some areas that it looks like I have a permanent sweat mark. But it's just that it's thinned out in some areas and in others not so much. I don't know what happened with this shirt. Ah, yes. That was good. Okay. Store this away. What to do next? Let's see. I took down the pipes. I could take down that stuff while I'm at it. What? Burnout T. Ah, yeah. It's been used quite a bit. Well, maybe my sweat is so strong it created a chemical process. Oh, you can actually recreate it. Okay, cool. Okay, let's take that thing down. So let's grab our bits. Take out these clamps that I put up. At least I only put up one of them. Didn't have like a whole bunch of these things all over the shop. There's this one right here. I could basically twist out of here because this used to hold my old extraction system. It was two box fans pushing air out. That was funny. I didn't know what I was doing. It didn't work, of course. The shop was always hot anyway. Okay, let's take this thing down. I'm guessing we're using the big guy. Let's see. I'm missing one of these. There are two of the same. I thought I had a bigger one. But we'll try this anyway. Let's just move the ladder. I'll be up and down real quick. I knew I was gonna use like a super massive screw just for this little itty bitty little holder. I always overdo it. Okay, so we're good here. Let's just close this, and we're done with this. Oh, I should definitely get a small extension cord. I need a set extension cord for the back here because the drill press does not have power yet. There's a plug right there. There's also a plug here that's not finished. That was supposed to be an additional 220 plug that I was going to have for the dust collector. And I wanted to probably put the dust collector here in this corner, but I don't know if I'm going to end up doing that. So I think that I'm just going to turn that 220 into a 120, or have a 220 plus 120 like I have over at the table saw over here. Have it like a multifunctional plug. And if I'm not using one thing, I'm using the other, so it's not going to really interfere with the load. Yeah, I don't know what to do now there, actually. I have no idea. I'll probably just try and put another 220 over here. But I don't think the piping is big enough for that. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. My throat is really dry. Let's store this stuff away. Took it out. Let's store it back up. And I think that we can go into coffee break a little earlier today. It is what? Like 140-ish? 145? It's 140. Look at that. Let's see here. Seal updates. Out for delivery. It's not delivered yet, so he hasn't passed by the house yet. I'm keeping a eagle eye on that. I really want to hook that vacuum up before I do any more cutting. Because we're going to use a planer now. That will use the vacuum. The router sled thing does not use the vacuum, so that, unfortunately, for now, is just going to be a big old mess. But we'll live with it in the meantime. Keep this nice and tidy. Looking pretty. Because then it's easier to work with. Ah, shoot. Forgot to put this in. Ah. Well, at least I could still open it this way. Yay. Okay. One less tool to worry about. Let's put this all back. Put this in its corner. I do not have anything else in here. That's all I took out for now. There goes the vacuum. It's probably filled up already to the brim. Yeah, I need to have one of those little dust deputy things. I'll get that soon enough. Store up this hose. So we might not need it for a while. Hopefully the vacuum will solve all our dust issues. Hopefully. Just saw that the camera's not in the perfect spot. There we go. Okay, and I need to take this out of here. Let's store the ladder where it goes. Ba-ba-da. Oh my god. This ladder be heavy. I'm an idiot. What did I knock down? I think I knocked down batteries. Yep, the battery pack. Here we go. I have to put these up to charge because these headphones, I mean the microphone uses double A's. Even though I have this extractor going on full time, the shop is very dusty. There's just so much dust in the air. It doesn't I don't know if it's that it doesn't pull it out or if it's just me making just moving things around is like just dumping more dust in the area column. I don't know what it is. But it be dusty. I don't know if having like one airstream is enough. Do I have to bring in air from other areas to try to get this to clear out better? The CFMs on the fan is on the spot because it is pretty good at removing air, but these dust particles seem to be a little too heavy or something. Anyway, I am just shooting the shit here. Let's just put this away. Move this as well. Throw this stuff away in a new bag. And we can take our little coffee break. Today, I think I'm just gonna do like a I don't know. I'm not a super fan of uh the oat milk and substitutes, at least for like coffee drinks. I've been trying to eliminate dairy on my coffee because, well, dairy on coffee is not a lot, but sometimes I eat cereal every day for like a couple of weeks, and just eating regular milk with my cereal can really mess me up. So I've been trying to cut it off, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll make a iced latte. But iced oat milk, I don't know. Not a fan. I mean, in hot drinks, it works. I like it. But cold, I don't know. I don't know. What else can we throw away? Well, there's a couple of things we can throw away, but they're over here. I'll just put this here. We'll pick that up later. It is 10:49. Okay, we'll go into coffee break. I'm just gonna open here a coffee break tab, and I will bring my materials back here, get this set up and ready, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Be right back. Okay. Hey, Jack Frost. Hey, sorry I didn't see your emote there. Hello, how's it going? Welcome in. Nice to have you here. Just in time for coffee break if you're still around. uh, I am kind of a klutz when it comes to paying attention to all the streaming stuff. I usually just, oh, what happened here? Oh, that's not good. Hold on. Okay. Crisis averted. I was like, oh, what happened? I have speech chat, and oh, right now it's not working. Come on, what happened here? There we go. It's connected now. Why is it hands-free? Don't want it as hands-free. There we go. Stereo. Yay. Okay. Yeah, I come and go. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Coffee Break. We're going to make another cup of coffee today. It is not as hot as the other days, but we're going to change that real quick. Make a coffee and we'll heat up super quick. Not that that's something that I want, but something that's going to happen regardless. So, don't have the greatest grinder in the world, unfortunately. I thought that I could get away with this grinder for like pour overs and stuff. But I think that what I'm gonna actually end up doing is retiring my hand grinder and when I buy the better electric grinder and have the espresso grinder in the kitchen and then use my little onesie presso hand grinder for pour overs and AeroPresses. So we're looking at a Colombian double fermented coffee. We're gonna do, I saw a recipe that was, what, 15 grams? Let's try 15 grams. There you go, 15 grams, and I believe that they bloomed with 85 grams of water. Was it 85? Something like that. We could just do 100 again. We're gonna set this to 94 degrees. Yeah, 94 is good enough. 94 degrees Celsius. We can kind of prep our stuff here. This is just to hold the paper in place while we add a little bit of hot water. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I can't. Forgot about something. Need to add water. I almost overboiled this. Oh God. Let's just add some water. I'll just dump this all in here and fill this up later. It's not the best water mix. This is just pure water. There's nothing in it. It's not the best for extractions, but we can work with that. You ideally want some other compounds in your water when you're brewing coffee. Let's wait for that to finish. Music to my ears. Smells amazing, though. This is not the best option for grinding single doses because it just popcorns everywhere. There are a couple of beans in there that okay. Hopefully we got our beans out. All 15 grams. I believe the ratio of brew was a little less. It wasn't like 100 grams of water. Actually, I probably could check that out real quick. I think it was from, let's see here. No, it's not there. Let me just. AeroPress recipe, and I believe it was not James Hoffmann this time. It was these guys. Their European coffee trip. And we're just going to skip most of this. Blah, 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 blah. This is not the recipe. It was the other one. I think this is the explanation. "75 grams of water at 92, but this is a little lighter, so. And then they added how much afterwards? 80 more grams of water. Okay. 75 grams of brew water and 85 on the exit. So we're at temp here. A little water to coat the paper. "75 grams. We're good there. Start the timer. They waited, I believe it was like a minute of brew time. Oh, 1:30. Let's try out that recipe. 1:30, we're looking at 23 seconds right now. Let's just spin this around a little bit, get the water to the bottom of the AeroPress. Ah, shoot. Just dripping water all over the place here. We're close to the 1 minute mark. Could just place it there. It's not gonna drip down or anything like that. 30 more seconds. The wait, it's killing me. Come on. And we press. In this case, I'm not really putting too much pressure on it. Just letting the weight of my hand actually push the water out. I'm pressing a little bit more because brew time should be less than a minute, than 2 minutes. Here we go. More water. Smells good. Then we're gonna add another 85 grams. Turn that off, turn this off. Let's see if that changed anything. I was doing 16 grams to 100 grams of water. This does 15 to 75 grams for the concentrate. Not a full glass. It doesn't have to be. I know why. I was like, ooh, what is that? It tastes so different. It's the water. I was like, ooh, what happened here? This is so different. So different. This is weird. And it's just reverse osmosis water, so there's nothing in it. So yeah, I'm not gonna get the taste I was expecting. Yeah, it smells kind of grassy and floral kind of. Yeah, not great. That's my fault. I did not have prepped water in here, so completely forgot to add some. Oh well, I messed it up. I could probably add a little bit of sugar to fix this because it doesn't taste good. Let me just get that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the ding-a-ling-a-ling of the glass here. Let's see. My headphones switched off. Stereo, please. Yes, and thank you. There we go. We have stereo sound. So one of the things I wanted to do in this workshop when I started out was I said, "Oh, I'll probably make like Bluetooth speakers and or speaker boxes because I really enjoy the whole like audiophile community kind of thing." I've kind of grew out of that real quick. It's just that there's a lot of things that you're like, "What? Really? I don't think I need like $100,000 cables, speaker cables, or RCAs to get like the most out of my money, you know?" It's like, do I really need that? I don't think so. And the whole speaker building community can be kind of, it can be that way. It's like, oh, you can't really get good sound if you don't have this or that. It's like, eh, that's debatable, you know? So I started actually a subwoofer build. I have the pieces, the material necessary to make it. I just haven't finished it yet. I really want to though, but that's a project for when we have nothing else to do here in the shop. We have a couple of things to do still. So that's pushed out to maybe weekend projects or something like that. Just tastes like sugar now. Just sugar water. Eh. And I didn't add like a full whole spoonful of it. I'm sad. That coffee did not taste good at all. Ah! Anyway, I have a subwoofer that I started building. Um, I wanted to make the tower speakers. Tower speakers. They're actually... Oh, shit. There we go. Great. I have to find something to clean that off. I'll be right back. Bad coffee. Now I messed up my table. Yeah, this just sucked it all up. uh, oh well. I guess I have to work with this eventually. This tabletop. Might as well do it at some point. It's gonna be difficult because this is a torsion box and I put this all together with glue. Did not make it with screws like the other one. I guess what I can do is remove this tabletop, replace it with that one, because they are the same size. Replace it with that tabletop, and then make a new tabletop for like the planar jig thing that I said that I wanted to make. Great. And I was saying like, oh, maybe I should wax this. I should probably wax this. I should do that. I should do that. And I never did. And now I have a big mess of swelled up MDF. Swelled up with bad coffee. Not fun. Hey, cat. What are you doing here? It's a street cat outside my door here. Anyway, so much for coffee. Table's the one that drank it. Just pick up and keep moving. I can't use a table like this. I have to shave it down or something because it's too bumpy. It moves the alignment of the blade and the material. So that has to be cleaned out. Anyway, guys, it is 11 o'clock. Yeah. Unfortunately, coffee break is a little short today, and stream as well because I'm kind of trying to find things to do. There are a lot of things to do, but things I actually want to do right now. You know what I mean. I'm not gonna plane anything until I get that vacuum hose. So that the planing will be on Monday. We'll see how well the whole setup works. Hopefully it all works perfectly and we have no problems and it's all fine and dandy. In the meantime, I'm just gonna keep organizing and working around the shop and stuff. So just finding things to do right now. And I will see you in the next one. Let's see if we can raid out to somebody. We have Timber New. We haven't been to Timber News in a good while. Let's go over to Timber New. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Catch you in the raid. See y'all soon. See you on Monday. Bye.